What's going on, traders? So this is the weekly outlook video for Halloween week. And pardon the cheesy joke, but we got a scary week ahead of us. Like legit, in terms of data, in terms of what's going on here, it's a little freaky, right? So it might be a good week to scale your risk down a little bit, to take it easy, right? So, and by the way, my name's Clay. If you don't know me already, with Top One Trader, and this is our weekly outlook video. So let's take a look at all the data here, the ghoulish amount of data. And kicking off the week here is the Bank of Japan, right? So now the BOJ sometimes is a bit of a dud, but really they keep their rates and everything pretty in line. But last week we got some big news out of the Bank of Japan and some big spikes because of their monetary policy. And so, I wouldn't rule that out. I think it could be a big market mover. And what's always frustrating about the BOJ is, like, for example, the FOMC, 2 o'clock on a Wednesday, 2 o'clock Eastern. You always know what time it is. It's always the same time. But generally, at least the way it's listed in a lot of different websites and places to get info, I'm using Forex Factory here, but investing.com, MyFX books, a lot of different ones, it just says tentative. So essentially, you never know what time it's going to be. It's at least nice to know when those big wicks are going to happen. So we have this on Monday. Tuesday, which is Halloween, spooky day, right? We have out of New Zealand some unemployment news and GDP out of Canada. Pretty big day, really, but in the grand scheme of everything else going on, it's pretty mild, because then we roll into Wednesday, which we have the FOMC and the Fed. A lot of stuff going on geopolitically, so I think this is going to be a really, really big deal as it relates to interest rates in the United States. Obviously, despite all the news, we still have inflation. It hasn't gone away. And, the Fed caused it, and are they going to do anything about it? So that's what's happening Wednesday. Regardless, whether they are or aren't, it's going to be a big market mover. So then we roll into Thursday, Bank of England, right? So Bank of England monetary policy, official bank rate, unemployment out of the U.S. So this is super, super volatile at 8 a.m. Eastern time, 8:30. You can expect this hour, and then and you can expect this hour to be a lot of volatility. And then we go into Friday. Don't forget, it's the first Friday of the month, so we have NFP as well. So it is a stacked calendar. I couldn't say that enough. So be on the lookout for sure. And the big thing is it's Halloween. By the way, our October promotion ends on Halloween, so you can get 20% off any challenge. We restructured our website, restructured the pricing, and also my favorite part about this is 25% bonus capital. So, man, on a 200K account, you get $50,000 extra dollars to trade with, plus 20% off, so it comes out to be $7.99. You are not going to find a better deal anywhere. That's for sure on that. So that ends on Tuesday. So make sure that you don't miss out on that, right? So now looking at some of these moves here, let's take a look at these yen pairs. I like to use an envelope for reference in terms of the trend. And you can see a huge breakdown. This is, where we're closing the week, the previous week. Now, if we go down the line here, so this is CAD, this is CAD yen, this is a little bit of a unique example, but a lot of these pairs have been holding in a range here. We take a look at AJ, take a look at GJ, looking more and more bearish. But if I take our envelope here off here, we're retesting these lows. We have a nice zone across the top here, right? So we are prepped up for a pretty big move on Monday with the Bank of Japan. So EJ too, this is, I think, pretty significant because, a lot of these euro pairs have broken out. So especially Euro CAD, Euro USD finishing the week pretty strong. So be on the lookout for, some big moves. Maybe we don't get the yen strength. Maybe it's just a tease here. Everybody loves selling yen pairs. I know I do. GJ, nothing is better than a short on GJ that's going your way, at least. And look, we can take a look here at UJ, where we're closing the week here. We really came off of these highs really well, and so this is going to have us really prepped up for this week. Took out stops right above 150.5. This is a 4-hour time frame, but if we go over here to the daily, look at how we just retested this area and then just pivoted right and to where we're closing the week. So I'm shooting this on Friday, by the way, so anything can happen over the weekend. Let's keep that in mind from the time when I shoot this, from when it's a crazy world right now. Let's just put it that way. So be on the lookout for either two things could happen here in terms of the Bank of Japan. And this is the main thing I'm going to focus on in this video, is because the way we're closing here on UJ, we're going to get a continuation, and this is going to just accelerate to the downside following the Bank of Japan, or some sort of pullback here, which would create a situation which could be a really good opportunity to get in on some of these bearish moves. But we can see GJ right here. The yen is finishing the week super strong. Swiss yen, this is a trade I took to start the week, and boy, do I wish I had held this. Right, so you can see this right here, 1 to 3, and it continued on to much further than that. So, but hey, bagging a 1 to 3 is good too. So that's what we're looking at on the yen pairs. If we go over here to some of these dollar pairs, because remember, we have the Fed on Wednesday. It's a doubleheader. So again, using my envelope here as a way to really, as a reference point for the trend, this is where we are on GU. So I'm going to be looking at this for potential dollar weakness. This is a really textbook accumulation pattern here. So if we get some, and this is a hypothetical, pound weakness, or excuse me, dollar weakness following the FOMC, dollar weakness following the Fed, and then some hawkishness out of the Bank of England on Thursday, I think it could be a really good situation, or really have everything framed here to break out higher and retest some of these highs here for the pound. So we have a really significant area. You see this order block right here, right around 123.75. So we have some key areas higher, and that's a long way, 200 pips from where we are on GU. But again, with the pound, 200 pips is nothing. When it really just crushes, 200 pips is nothing, that's for sure. So the 127% Fibonacci extension comes in at 123.45, and the 161.8 right at these highs, 124.19. So man, what a target that could be. And this is going to be something I'm going to be watching pretty strongly and eyeing going into the Fed, and then rolling right into the Bank of England. I think that combo right there is going to be pretty significant. So let's have an amazing trading week this week, everybody. Remember, there's a lot of data. It's scary. It's Halloween. How fitting, for sure. It really makes a lot of sense in this context. And don't miss out on our promotion, the end of the month for October. We appreciate the launch. The first 2 weeks were massive. We're just now getting started. So Click the link below. That'll get you 20% off any challenge, as well as 25% bonus capital. Use code LAUNCH20 at checkout. Let's have an awesome week, everybody. Peace.